Where I come from, the dead are still alive. When a person is buried at a tangi, it is said that their spirit leaves the body to join its ancestors in the afterlife. From there, they are believed to watch over us. But I know that this is not the truth. The wise King Solomon said, "The living know that they shall die, but the dead know not anything. Their love and their hatred and their envy is now perished, neither have they any more a portion forever in anything that is done under the sun." The Māori culture is not alone in teaching the immortality of the soul. Many faiths profess that our loved ones are looking upon us. But the Bible tells us that when a man dies, he has no knowledge of what his children on earth are doing. Man dieth and wasteth away. Yea, man giveth up the ghost, and where is he? His sons come to honour, and he knoweth it not, and they are brought low, but he perceiveth it not of them. When God made Adam, he shaped him out of the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. So when the breath of life is withdrawn from the soul, all you're left with is dust. Psalms 104 verse 29, "Thou hidest thy face, they are troubled. Thou takest away their breath. They die and return to their dust." You see, there was only one restriction in the Garden of Eden. God declared, "Of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, thou shalt not eat of it, for in the day that thou eatest thereof, thou shalt surely die." But the serpent lied. He said, "Thou shalt not surely die." Have you ever thought that your tradition or your religion is telling you the same thing? The fact is that from the day Adam and Eve fell, they lost their right to immortal life. But praise be to God, who sent his Son to stand in man's place and give him another chance. Nonetheless, the law had been broken. No longer could man and woman eat from the tree of life. In sorrow would the woman bring forth children, and with sweat dripping from his face would man till and toil in the cursed ground. Then at some point they would die, and God was very clear as to what that meant. He told Adam, "For dust thou art, and unto dust shalt thou return." When the breath of life returns to God who gave it, there is no consciousness left to the deceased. The psalmist tells us, "The dead praise not the Lord, neither any that go down into silence. His breath goeth forth, he returneth to the earth. In that very day his thoughts perish." That's why Solomon said, "Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with all thy might. For there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave, whither thou goest." So what is death? It is, as Jesus said of Lazarus, a sleep, a short sleep, from which we all one day will wake up. "Marvel not at this," said our Lord, "for the hour is coming in the which all that are in the graves shall hear his voice, and shall come forth, they that have done good unto the resurrection of life, and they that have done evil unto the resurrection of damnation." Yes, the wicked will also be raised again, to be cast into a lake of fire, and then they will cease to exist. But the righteous, who burst out of their graves in glory, will live forever. "Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds, to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. Job knew that one day, after his passing, he would see God, not as a ghost standing before a throne, but in his physical body, restored and glorified. Job will meet his Maker. For I know that my Redeemer liveth, he said, and that he should stand at the latter day upon the earth. And though after my skin worms destroy this body, yet in my flesh shall I see God, whom I shall see for myself, and mine eyes shall behold, and not another. Everyone knows that life is short. Many seek to fill it with selfish pleasure. Many more don't have the option. But to all, some sooner than others, it comes to an end. A man maketh a fortune, and all that's left is dust. Vanity of vanities, said the preacher, all is vanity. So where does that leave us? There is only one answer. In the words of the same wise king, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For God shall bring every work into judgment, with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.